Top of the morning. When I grew up in New York City, as a kid, I only can remember 5 groups of people. It was Irish, it was Italians, it was Jews, it was Puerto Ricans, and it was blacks. I'm talking late 70s, early 80s, right? And even when my mother grew up, it was those 5 groups, right? 5 ethnicities, right? You know, there's been strands of Jamaicans, strands of whatever, Arabs, Indians, or whatever that was here in the 50s, 40s, 20s, whatever. It was strands of them because Marcus Garvey was, he's of Jamaican descent. But I remember all the Jamaicans, all the Dominicans, all of them started pulling up in the 80s to New York City, right? They started pulling up in flocks. I'm talking about deep. And this when the Dominicans had jerry curls. Like a lot of them was coming to school when I was growing up. These niggas had like jerry curls and high water pants on them. Like we used to snap on them niggas. We snapped on everybody though. It didn't matter your race. Like black niggas snapped on black niggas. Niggas used to call me Big Head when I was little. They had all type of head jokes on me. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing racial or personal. Niggas just snapped. If you had something funny, niggas would cook you. Right? But I say this to say this, right? The Mexicans is Indian. Mexicans is not Latino. They speak Spanish because the conquistadors raided their country and everything. But Mexicans are Indian. They're natives. They're natives of South America. They natives of Arizona, California, and Texas. So they've been here. And if you notice, they don't really fuck with nobody. They stick to themselves. They don't really do the Latino thing. They don't really fuck with a lot of people. They stay to themselves. So we know this is Mexican land, right? Blacks been here for 500 years, 600 years, if you want to say the ones that was brought here from slavery, right? It was blacks here before slavery. Some was Seminole, and some came here, through travel and trade for hundreds of years. They was doing travel and trade with the Indians. Puerto Ricans, they've been here because we know the island of Puerto Rico, the Boricuas, the Borinqueños. We know they descendants of Taino Indians and Africans, right? But a lot of them, try to run with the Taino shit. A great majority of them don't include the African shit. A lot of them say Taino, and what a lighter ones say, I'm Taino and Spaniard. They'll jack the Spanish, the Spain shit, and they'll jack the Taino shit. The dark ones be like, yeah, I'm Taino and Africano or whatever. So they been here, you know what I'm saying? Because they island is right next to America, so they been here, you know what I'm saying, too. I seen something last night about dudes going to Dykman and dudes was going to loot or whatever they was going to do, right? And when the black dudes pulled up, all the Dominicans came out of nowhere. Nah, yo, son, y'all niggas gotta get out of here with the loot and shit, boom, right? We understand dudes rent businesses. They don't own no businesses. We gonna get that correct too, because the Jews own Dykman. They own the buildings, they own the property, everything. So so even though Dykman is heavily with Dominican businesses, they renting them shits. They rent the building from the Jews, and then they buy the barbershop, or they buy the they put their barbershop there, their beauty salon there, they cell phone there, they cell phone store there, but they don't own nothing. Don't think they own anything. They don't own nothing on Dykman. Like I'm talking about own like buildings. If a nigga own a building on Dykman, he's a multi-millionaire, he's super guapped up, and that'd be surprising to me, because Dykman is an old, ancient Jewish history community. Before them niggas got there in the 80s with all the drug dealing and funny shit. It was 60s, 50s and all that. Like, yeah, Jews had that in the smash, right? And whatever the Jews don't own up there, Columbia University owns. Because Columbia University is basically, they buy the whole west side of Manhattan. They doing all type of monopoly shit, right? So now let me get to my point. You know, these dudes like, nah, no looting up here, no looting up here, boom, 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 right? To me, it seemed more racially motivated than really caring about the property. It was like they was waiting. Niggas had bats and all that, boom, boom, boom. People say, oh, we shouldn't loot our communities and everything. You're right. We shouldn't loot our communities. Everybody should go downtown and go to the areas of the well-fortunate and destroy their shit. That is my overall thesis of that. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't mess with our areas at all and destroy our property at all, right? But these same Dominicans, not the Pacific, like meaning Pacific, them same exact dudes, but Fordham Road, all the jewelry stores, a lot of shit was looted on Fordham Road and on 3rd Avenue in the Bronx, right? 3rd Avenue is a black community. That whole South Bronx area is super black. Patterson projects, Marhaven projects, Morehouses, John Adams projects, St. Mary's projects, my projects, Jackson projects on Cortland, Melrose projects, black community forever, ever since I was little. You know, with some Puerto Ricans. But it's a black community, and a lot of Puerto Ricans is there too. But no Dominicans really. Real sprinkles of Dominicans and sprinkles of Hondurans. And then the Hondurans fuck with us. The Garifunas, overall, all of them, they fuck with us heavy. Dark skin, black, they speak Spanish, but they of African descent, right? Now, they pulled up on the dudes like, no looting over here. Now, mind you, I know these dudes done looted somewhere else and other niggas' communities. So y'all right, y'all don't want to destroy Dykman, right? If y'all know anything about going to Dykman for the basketball games and everything, they always do funny shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the Dominicans on Dykman do funny shit. And there's different levels to Dominicans, same way as different levels to black people. There's different levels. And I got a lot of Dominican friends that don't like Dominicans. They be like, yo, them niggas is abusive. They beat women up. These niggas is suckers. These niggas is jealous. They hateful. They don't stick together. I'm like, oh, I thought all Dominicans stick together. Nah, they don't stick together. Niggas be hating on each other. Boom, 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 boom. I got Dominican friends that feel like that, right? You know what I'm saying? And they don't fuck with Dominicans. You know, and they be like, a lot of niggas is petty. What up, bro? And then, you know, I had a lot of Dominican niggas tell me, too, that I grew up with. That, you know, Dominican dudes that I'm tight with. Yo, man, you know, a lot of Dominican bitches, I don't date them bitches. Them bitches grew up prostituting and, you know, back in DR, you know, niggas don't have nothing. Niggas is poor, so they mothers be encouraging them and dressing them up to be fucking for food and money, and they fuck the tourists at 12, 13, 15, 16 years old. So a lot of them come here with that same prostitute mentality, and then when they, you know, when they get in these beauty salons, and now they starting to get a little money, the women be acting super diva-ish. Mind you, they was fucking niggas already for $5 and $10 in DR. So now once they get here and they see they can make $500 a pop or something doing somebody hair, $200 for a wash and set, these bitches start getting arrogant and thinking they Beyonce because they making a little chicken. Remember, when a person never had nothing ever, a little bit is a lot, right? So now I'm speeding the point up. They tried to riff with the black dudes, right? They lucky the black dudes looked at it a little young. And I ain't gonna say that they lucky because of that, because young niggas let it go. In my hood, it's young niggas that got 4 and 5 bodies. What if them young niggas had guns and they would have dumped on them niggas and start clipping them niggas, right? That's one. 2, right? The black experience is the black experience. All right, police killed the black man, and there is other races that's helping, and they, you know, sincerely, and they like, yo, we fuck with the blacks, we gonna help them. And then there's some that's agitators, infiltrators, and have their own agenda, right? But black people, we gotta start being racist and selective too. Same way Dominicans don't be fucking with blacks and they be hating us. We need to start hating them. I'm not preaching hate, but we shouldn't fuck with them. Like, nah, don't fuck with us, my nigga. Like, we ain't fucking with y'all. Y'all niggas on a different type of time. We ain't jacking y'all. We gotta stop letting people in too, because people don't be fucking with us. Niggas be secretly hating us and be wanting us to get beat up and hurt and harmed and all that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they stopped them dudes sincerely, out of sincere intention. That shit was hitting agenda. You know, they always trying to compete with us, you know, in the gym. You know, not all of them, but they be watching shit we do, exercise routines, and then they'll try to do it and, or whatever. They try to compete with us in the clubs with swag and all that. Mind you, it be our swag. They be watching our swag, jacking our lingo and all type of shit, man. I'm going to do a part 2 on this. Stay tuned.